Alright, Schlockmeister fans, kind of a classic from the early 80s, 1980 to be exact. Humanoids from the Deep, Roger Corman. Let's check it out.
Okay.
Doug McClure and Vic Moreau.
Morning, Hank.
Hey, Jimbo. Perfect day, right? Well,
They're fishermen. So like mentioned, this is a fishing community, and somebody's got some sort of clawed thing in his net. Well, an accident happened that whatever it was got out of his net. The kid on the boat fell in the water, and the next thing you know, there's a bloody mess. As the dad tried to save him, he ignited a fire. There was a bunch of gas on the boat, and so we're obviously dealing with some sea creatures in this movie, and this poor dog is going to be the next victim. Almost all the dogs have been killed in the area.
That's funny. The only dog left alive is the Indians.
They've got the handle on how to make salmon grow bigger, faster, and twice as plentiful.
Court.
Someone killed the Indian's dog.
File suit for the return of all Indian lands along the river. I'm going to stop your cannery, Slattery. I'm going to do it by the law.
That leads to a big fight in the parking lot.
Get him off my back, bro.
Vic Moreau's going to spy on the Indians.
What can we do
plan.
to stop him now?
File suit against Noyo County for violation of our treaty fishing rights. And Kanko's tied up in court. Laurie's ready to slap it to him right now.
And Turkle plays this scientist woman, and she's out with the fishermen. And it looks like they almost got something. This couple's frolicking in the water. A minute later, the girl doesn't fare any better either. She then assaults her, which I can't show you. And then attacks a couple in a tent. Meanwhile, Vic Moreau and his hood friends go after Johnny Eagle. And while they're trying to put out the fire, they attack pretty girls in cars, too.
Maybe 7 feet tall.
How many did you see? Hank? Hank? What the hell's going on? What happened to my brother?
Well, you're not going to believe this either. They're telling us some kind of sea monster.
They go searching and find their den.
you're good.
No! Don't shoot!
And they start shooting. Remember that girl got attacked in the water? Creature mated with her? She's still alive.
She's still alive. Let's get her out of here.
Stupid ass! Look at it! And you still say my theory's incorrect? My theory is not incorrect. And I'm not going to keep quiet any longer. And these people have a right to know.
Enough to perceive man as a competitor.
Why the girls?
It's my theory that these creatures are driven to mate with man now.
Wouldn't you know it, the local carnival has come to town.
Midway, and if you catch her, you get a free visor. All right. And now I'm sitting here with this year's little local beauty.
The doctor drops off a creature.
Hold it! We think we know where these things come from. But we have no idea how many there are.
And then they attack the carnival. They even get Roller Girl.
50 gallons of gas in the hole. Start pumping.
And there's chaos. One of them even gets on the merry-go-round. Johnny Eagle even saves Vic Moreau. Doug McClure and the doctor started a fire on the water, but honestly, I don't think it's going to do much. Meanwhile, Jim's wife is at home and a bunch of creatures are coming after her. She manages to stab the shit out of it. The film ends with Peggy, that one girl who got attacked in the water, giving birth. Alright, let's talk about Roger Corman's film Humanoids from the Deep. This one's kind of a horror classic, I would say, 1980. I first saw this film on cable. It showed up around 1982 or so, and I saw it on some of the movie channels and such. I always kind of liked it, just a typical kind of sea monster movie, if you will. Stars Doug McClure, Vic Moreau, Ann Turkle plays the doctor. And Linda Shane, who was in Screwballs, is in this briefly, as is Lynn Thiel. She plays the girl who gets pregnant. Have her in a couple things as well. So anyway, basically, I think what we're supposed to believe here is that they're trying to do some. It's a fishing village here of Noyo, California, which is a real place. And they're trying to like create bigger salmon somehow. So I don't know what the hell they're doing, but somehow these sea creatures. I don't know if it's specifically stated as to that was the connection where these sea creatures came from, but that's my assumption anyway, because they do mention making bigger and better salmon. So, but anyway, we have a small fishing village that starts to get attacked by these sea monsters. Ann Turkle is like a scientist or something like that, and she infiltrates the fishing community there. There's some infighting there also. Vic Moreau is in this movie. He plays kind of an asshole. He's they're going to build like a cannery nearby too, and there's this Native American who doesn't want the cannery, and it turns out he's going to like work with his other Indian friends. They're going to sue the county because this is Indian land or something like that, and it's never really hashed out how that's going to end, but ultimately the sea monsters come to shore and they start killing people. Not only are they killing people, they are raping the women. They are apparently trying to mate with the humans so that they can make more little sea monster babies, I guess. I don't know. Ultimately, it culminates with this carnival at the end of this movie, which takes place kind of like right on the riverbank or on the boardwalk, I guess you could say, rides and everything else. Ann Turkle, the doctor, Susan Blake, I think was her name, comes with Doug McClure, and they drop off. They'd captured one of these creatures, killed it, and they dump it off there and said, look, I don't know how many more there are of these things. And the next thing you know, they start popping out of the ground. They're just coming up through the boards and things, bursting into the carnival scene and causing chaos. They're killing everybody in sight. Some of the creatures get killed too because some of the guys have guns, and then there's like a mob and they're killing some of the creatures. So it's just a back and forth, but it's utter chaos at the carnival. Ultimately, Jim, who is Doug McClure, goes back to save his wife, who had killed. Actually, she got attacked by like 2 or 3 creatures in her home, but she managed to fend them all off. Goes back to make sure she's okay and their son's okay. And then we fast forward to the very, very end where Lynn Thiel, who was a Playboy model in the 70s, she was one of the women who got raped earlier in the movie. They thought she was gone, but they found her body like on the beach somewhere covered in like seaweed and stuff, and she was still alive. Turns out she was impregnated. And then at the last scene of the movie, a total alien ripoff here, she gives birth. Actually, she doesn't really give birth. Her stomach starts to bloat, and the creature pops out of the stomach, a la Alien, and that's how our movie ends. So, Anyway, it's a fun movie. It really is. Roger Corman did a good job with this one. Barbara Peters, I think, was the name of the director of this movie. She was not happy because they added some scenes later on with some extra sex or some nudity and stuff. She has not directed a film since, although she did do some TV work. But she was fired by Roger Corman on the spot because she refused to shoot some extra scenes there. But yeah, it's a fun movie. There's a few nude scenes sped in here, a little bit here and there, and it's just an overall fun movie. I don't know how else to describe it other than it is fun. It's a pretty decent film. They remade this thing in 1996, a TV-made movie with toned down the sex and violence, obviously. Apparently they reused some of the footage from the carnival, too, which I find interesting. But anyway, yeah, that's it. It's a cool movie. I believe this is available on Blu-ray now, too, so I'll leave a link to that one if you're looking for it. But I have the DVD here that I've had for many, 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 many years. So anyway, I like it. So check it out. Let me know what you think of it. I'm sure you've all seen it, so tell me about it. Humanoids from the Deep. Watch it. Bye.